Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shafiq Cheema. I'm professor of nephrology at Allama Iqbal Medical College. This is second video of our English series. In first one we talked about chronic kidney disease and what are the risk factors and how to screen for chronic kidney disease. In this second video we will talk about what are the stages of chronic kidney disease. As you know, chronic kidney disease affects millions of Pakistani and American and people all over the world, and it has a significant implications for health. So chronic kidney disease has been divided into 5 stages. Stage number 1 is when there is some damage to the kidney but kidney function is normal. The GFR, glomerular filtration rate, is more than 90%. Usually there are no other sign and symptom at this disease other than the primary damage. For example, there might be some blood in the urine, some protein in the urine, maybe little bit of blood pressure, some cyst formation in the kidney. But since kidney function is overall normal, you don't usually have any symptoms of chronic kidney disease. Stage 2 chronic kidney disease is when your kidney function or GFR is between 60 to 90% or 60 to 90 ml per minute. So there is a mildly decreased GFR. Most of the people would not have any symptoms at this stage 2. Just on the blood test they will find out that their GFR is low. For example, if someone's creatinine is 1.2, A 60, GFR comes out to be 65, so they would fall into this stage 2 chronic kidney disease. They should be seen by their doctor. It could be a physician or a medical specialist, and he should try to determine what is the underlying cause of this fall in GFR. Is it just age related decrease in the GFR, or it is secondary to high blood pressure or diabetes or some glomerulonephritis or stone disease? And then the treatment has to be treating the underlying cause. Stage 3 is when there is a moderate reduction in the kidney function or GFR. Usually GFR is between 30 to 60 during this stage. Most of the people fall into this category, and you could start having symptoms like fatigue or tiredness or easy fatigability. You could also start having some other complications like slight decrease in calcium, a rise in phosphorus, a rise in PTH, maybe some bone pains and aches as well. If your underlying disease is such that you are leaking protein in the urine, you might have some swelling or edema around your ankles or in the periorbital areas. So during this stage you must be seen by a nephrologist, because at this stage specific treatment for anemia, for hyperparathyroidism, for fluid overload, for edema, and treating the underlying cause as well as treating the complications of chronic kidney disease is very important. During this stage, they should also assess the risk of heart disease, because many people do not go into next stage. They die because of heart disease or complications of heart disease. So this stage is very important and very crucial, and you must be following up with a nephrologist or kidney specialist. Stage 4 is when there is a severe reduction in the kidney function, and your GFR or kidney function is between 15 to 30. During this stage, all of the complications I said in stage 3, they increase in severity. For example, anemia, low calcium, high phosphorus, high PTH, and the symptoms of swelling, edema, decrease in appetite, a loss of appetite, poor sleep, itching, pruritus, sometimes just fatigue. All these symptoms keep on increasing as compared to the previous stage, which was stage 3. You have not reached end stage kidney disease yet. The next stage is when, which is stage 5 of chronic kidney disease, when you have all of these symptoms and your kidney function is less than 15%. In addition to that, you could have uremia, you could have uremic encephalopathy, uremic pericarditis, you could start having difficulty breathing, fluid overload, your mentation could be affected. You have a lot of more complications. Your blood pressure is more difficult to control. You have more uric acid, more potassium, more phosphorus. You could have arrhythmias of the heart. So basically stage 5 is further divided into two kind of people. One who would still need medical therapy and they do not need dialysis, but they need planning during this stage. If they're going for peritoneal dialysis, they need to have a PD catheter. If they're going for hemodialysis, they need to have AV fistula. If they're going for preemptive kidney transplantation, then they must be enrolled into a kidney transplant program. The second category of people in stage 5 are who are already on dialysis, or they just had a transplant, or they are on peritoneal dialysis. So I would say out of all these stages, once you are in stage 3, your GFR is less than 60, you must be followed up by a nephrologist. And if you take care of all the underlying diseases and complication the way it should be, the progression of kidney disease can be slowed and you could have a better quality of life. Thank you.